Is now up to anywhere from a 9.5 to 10-point favorite. The juice does vary. The total is 42.5, although I do see some 43s out there, and in fact, even one 43.5. So definitely shop around. Offshore Insiders. 82% of the bets and 88% of the money on the big road favorite. The over is liked by 66% of bets, but 75% of the money is on the under. And Joe Duffy's picks, we're hitting literally every single game of the year and total of the year that there is. I mean, just this weekend, college football total of the year, Utah State Air Force under. The the Interconference game of the year on Philadelphia over Buffalo. We'll split it out. And then had to sweat it out a little bit on Monday night. Had a 14-0 lead, getting 14 points. Miami over Pittsburgh as the NFL Monday night game of the year, and that did manage to hold on at the end. Somehow you knew it was going to be dramatic. We've hit everything else. Thursday night side until the year's already been in. We're hitting everything. All right, let's take a look at the preview. San Francisco and Arizona. Favorites dominate short weeks. 102 and 54. And that would, of course, point towards the San Francisco 49ers. Makes sense when you got a big favorite, especially your odds makers are telling you the team's got a lot more depth. And the team with more depth is going to do well in a short week. Another short week momentum angle doesn't totally overlap with the one we just said. 34-14-2. That would favor the 49ers. However, remember the NFL is a regression to the mean sport. The NFL usually, as a general rule of thumb, you're better off betting bad teams and cold teams than hot teams and the better team. The team with the much worse against the spread mark, and that would be based on the so-called sweat barometer and margin of cover, etc., is 292, 208, and 8. That would favor Arizona. The less rested defense in terms of plays during the season is 146, 105, and 3. Now, some might say, the defense that's been more tested this year, that's gotten a lot more work. The sharper defense is a better play, but either way, whether you want to say the less rested or sharper, that would favor Arizona. 6 times, third most in the league. 49ers are fourth in the NFL with 27. An overwhelming majority of my great systems in all the sports can be put into the category of counterintuitive. We do have in the NFL and college football, pretty basic system is very much intuitive. When you have a high point spread, it's expected to be a blowout. Points are more valuable in games that are expected. That applies here. Big dogs in low-scoring games, 58 and 58.2% of the time they cover. Should be games that are expected to be low-scoring, and that would qualify here on Arizona. Still, all in all, the short week systems have been so good to us. San Francisco is my pick. And let's see, what else? All right, now let's get to some of the college football. Why don't we take a look at the 2-point spreads? Georgia Southern-Appalachian State. Appalachian State down to minus 15, although 15.5 in some areas. Total of 44.5. This is down from Appalachian State being minus 18 and 50. And in that, 60% of the bets and 70% of the money on App State. Public loving the under. Well, 56% of the bets are on the under, 94% of the money. Wake Forest and Baylor. Baylor, 17.5 and 57 after opening up at 7 and 57. The favorite, Baylor Bears, 66% of the bets are on them, 67% of the money. The over favored by 73% of bettors and 61% of. And let's see, do we want to? There we go. My computer didn't want to go to that screen, but there we go. Georgia Southern and Appalachian State. Let's do them first. Georgia Southern 15 and 6, following a straight-up win of more than 20 points. They're 1 and 8 on field turf. Georgia Southern is. Appalachian State is 18 and 6 overall, 13 and 6 after allowing less than 20 points in their previous game. And now let's get to the other game on West Virginia and Baylor. Mountaineers 7 and 20 in the month of October. Baylor 3 and 12 against teams with a losing record. Home team is 5 and 1 in the series. And remember, we are brought to you in no small part due to mybookie.ag. If you use the promo code Duffy, it's your way of showing support for the podcast. But most importantly, you're going to get the biggest sign-up bonus they allow, up to $1,000 first-time sign-up bonus. Please tell them that we sent you. Use the promo code Duffy, and you know what? We get enough people that sign up. I'll give all my picks away for free, to be honest with you. MyBookie.ag, use the promo code of Duffy.